If you check my YouTube video, 2011 Loy Machedo suicide, you would see that, it was all the live video feed of me being in India. Okay, when I lost everything, I lost my job. My visa was cancelled. I had a fake, false court case posted against me so that I wouldn't come back by my South Indian employer. You know the story if you have followed my channel. He used to sell fake Indian degrees, that is, diplomas, degrees, masters, PhD, and I tried to expose him, but he had his contacts and connections, and he tried to make up a few false charges against me, which, and the reason being is so that I couldn't get a visa to come back. And then I lost all my money, and when you lose all your money, you lose your friends, you lose your admirers, your girlfriends, even your own relatives refuse to help you. And in my case, it was a bit extreme because I was born in a dysfunctional family where I was never loved. My own mother and my stepfather, they literally went out of the way to ask my other relatives, some who are present in India, to refuse to help me by conjuring up strange narratives like, don't take him because once you take him, he will stay in your house, he'll never leave, he's into bad habits, and we don't know, he has underworld people coming after him, maybe it'll harm your family. He takes advantage, he's no longer the same lawyer as before. I don't know, whatever stories they conjured up. So nobody wanted to help me. And, in hindsight, when I look back, I mean, one is I should have been mentally prepared. That is one. Number two is, like they say, never expect anything from anyone, even if it's your own mother and father, brother and sister. Okay, that should be your mindset. So I found myself in a situation where I couldn't call anyone, I couldn't ask anyone for help, I didn't have any money. I'm here in India after so many years where I don't know where to go, what to do. And when you're in such a hopeless situation, the only thing that you see as a solution is to end your life. And I'll tell you, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for someone to be pushed to that level. I'm not just talking about saying it. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. Like today, a lot of youngsters online say, "Oh, I feel like suicide. I'm going to kill myself." No, I'm not talking of feel like suicide. I was actually going to take that step because I went through too much. In life, when you go through so many like failure after failure after failure, you reach a point where you can't take it anymore. And I'll be honest with you, a lot had to do with my own fault. Okay, I always tell people who come to me with problems, it is not anyone's fault. You have to own up to it. You have to take personal responsibility. You are the one who has brought this on yourself. Whether it is someone trying to bully you, whether it's someone trying to take advantage, you let it happen. If you stand up for yourself and you decide to make a change, none of it will happen. And that is exactly what I decided to do when, if you watch that video, you'll get a understanding, a gist of it. It's very choppy. It's not like a professionally made video because I really thought that was going to be my last video. Anyway, so I want to share with you how did I get out of that. I'll give you a few pointers. And I'm hoping that if you're going through a tough time, that this video kind of inspires you or motivates you, or at least gives you some hope that, yes, things can be really, really bad. But, staying down and giving up is not the solution. Now, I just want to make one disclaimer before I get into this. It is very easy for me to say all this, very easy. Now that I'm in a position where I'm lucky, things are going on very well, it's very easy to give advice, very easy. Like if someone is suffering in Syria, let's say in Syria or Palestine, and He has no job, no internet, no place to work, no place to eat, no water, not even a place to go to the toilet, with bombs falling over all over. It's you can't give someone advice like that. So, I just want you to know that there are people who are going through a lot more worse than me. So I don't know what you're going through, but my intentions are from a very good place. Okay, and feel free to share any positive message so that anyone who's watching this video can get inspired. So what did I do was, the first one was I made a decision. And by decision, I mean, I'm not going to get into the Latin decidere or something, that no turning back and all that. I'll just tell you this. Once you make up your mind that I am going to change, or I am going to do this, or I'm going to stop this bad habit, you cannot turn back. It should be that kind of a decision. Not, okay, I'm going to start, I will not eat chocolates. For example, I'm giving you a simple one. And then after, 4-5 hours, when your stomach is rumbling, you're like, hey, just have one piece. Yeah. No, that is not a decision. You have to take a firm decision. You have to make a commitment. You have to make a resolve, that's it. You have to reach that threshold that you're fed up. And for me, I'd reached that point where I was so fed up, and not just fed up with relatives, friends. I was fed up with myself, because it's like, what the hell is this here? This is stupid, So you have to reach that point where you're not only frustrated, you're not only angry, you're not only you have so much boiling rage inside that you have to make this decision and not turn back. And in fact, I would add one more point here is, when we cry, we feel sorry for ourselves. We cry, okay, someone died, or I lost my job, I lost my money, and you're crying and you're sobbing and you're sitting in a quiet, dark place. Take those tears, take that pain, take that all that is suffocating inside, and channelize it into anger and rage, which is not to hurt and harm anyone, but use it as fuel to drive you. And I can tell you this, I've seen through my practice of working with clients, I've seen what it can do. But just be aware and just be cautious not to let those emotions make you do things which can backfire. For instance, I used to have the anger and rage bottled up inside. I used to always do that. And I used to go to the gym, and I used to take the heaviest weights possible and force myself to do heavy weights. Okay, very heavy. Now, even though that was an outlet for me to vent out my anger into something constructive at that point of big muscles, it led to joints pain, and which I'm suffering even till today. Back, bad knees, bad elbows, bad wrists. So there, be careful. You can end up in serious problems. Okay. So the first point that I'd give you is decision. Okay. And channelizing all your emotions into, like a laser, a rage, into achieving what you want next. The second one is, this is very important. The second one is, you can't do anything unless you're physically, mentally, emotionally, and if you believe in God or spiritually, if you're not tough. Okay. I'll tell you, people will break you down. People will rip you to shreds. When you're in good times, everyone will kiss your ass. When you're going through bad times, everyone will ignore you, make fun of you, mock at you. Don't be surprised if you have haters who maybe will create fake accounts or would say, very good, he deserved it. Good, he lost his job. Even there are people who, if you lose your loved one, you lose your child, or let's say, you well deserved. Karma teaches you. I'm glad that your wife died, your child died, or you lost your arm, you lost your leg, or you're paralyzed. People can be very cold, brutal, blunt. In fact, the thing that hurt me the most was when I called up my own mother before I was going to be sent to India, and asked her for help. She just bloody put the phone down on my face. I told her that I'm lost. I'm just thinking to end my life. She didn't care. And that hurt me so much, even though I knew my mother never loved me. That one really killed me, man. It was like bad. And just imagine your stepfather says, I don't know, I'll get back to you. Let me ask our son. Our son means my half brother, stepbrother, whom was his son. Like, they didn't value me at all. Now, I don't blame my stepbrother, half brother. We are perfectly, we are in touch. We are cool with each other. It was not his fault. He's, I don't know, 10 years, 11 years younger to me. So I was 7, 8, whatever the age difference is. He's a harmless guy. I'm bad with dates, by the way. So that really got to me, And, sometimes when you get a girl that you loved so much and you thought that she's going to be with you in your tough times, good times, bad times, whatever, and she dumps you, it can really break you, man. So you have to be mentally very tough. That's why, I read the comments of my YouTube where people, even sexualize my daughter, they sexualize my wife. Some say, I wish she would die. Seriously, people talk like this. So I just wanted to remind me, this is the world that I want to make myself mentally tough, mentally, emotionally. And by physically, what I mean is, if physically your body is healthy, your mind will be healthy. Like, just imagine someone who is diabetic or someone who has blood pressure, cannot keep his eyes awake, or is, lethargic or sick or in a hospital. You can't perform, you can't work. So I'm not asking you about six-pack abs and having rippling big, huge muscles. I'm just saying that you should be able to go for a walk to keep your health. Remember, oxygen is very important to breathe in and out. You can't be overweight and huffing and puffing. You can't take a breath. You can't perform at work. Let's say you have a rotten tooth. You have a massive toothache. You can't focus on work. So mentally, emotionally, physically, you need to toughen up. You need to get back in health or in shape. And that's paramount. And you'll be thinking like, man, if I lost my job and I lost my friends and everything, you want me to do exercise? Yes, you must. When I used to get always suicidal thoughts. So the only way for me to overcome this was every day I would do push-ups, I would do squats, I would do, lifting heavy things for my arms or go for a walk. That takes your mind off, because the chemicals, I'm not an expert on this, but I'm telling chemicals like, which the body actually, the hormones like adrenaline or I think it's serotonin or dopamine and all these chemicals which are released, hormones, and in your mind, they change your mood. Even watching a comedy, a funny this thing and laughing, that itself, brings out the mood change. So it's very important. So that's point number 2. Point number 3 is you need to eliminate this word. Now, keep it locked in your head. You need to eliminate bad friends, bad habits, bad people, bad choices, anything that is toxic, bad, negative. Even if something is bad in your freezer, in your fridge, or something that is distracting or not helping you, let's say on your desk. Let's say, for example, you want to lose weight, but you have a bowl of chocolates or sweets, or you're trying to be fit and there is chips and crisps and cold drinks. Yeah, it's not going to help you, man. Or let's say you want to focus on work and you have your smartphone, with games that you can see and notifications that pop up. These things will distract you from what you're supposed to do. Even having a toxic relationship, even having your wife, your girlfriend, your whomsoever, okay, it will really backfire. It will really take its toll on you. So, for example, now when I'm making this video, my phone is off. My phone off in the sense there's no notification that will pop up even on my screen. Nothing. If you can notice, my wife and kid is both in the house. There's no noise. So I get all the support to ensure that I work and I focus. Okay. So that is what you need to do in order to succeed. So eliminate anything, people, things, your environment. Make it in such a way that you're totally focused. People tell me I'm very distracted. I watch porn. I play video games. I chat on the phone. I tell them, what if you're locked up in a room without your phone, without the internet, with only your book, nothing else, studying for exam? I said, then I asked them, then would you be distracted? They'd say, no. Then I had no choice but to look at my book. Maybe I'll feel sleepy, but then I'll get up. Same way in the gym. If you go to the gym and you're distracted to talk to other people, put your bloody headphones on and put a music where with sound, it eliminates sound. So there's no, noise cancellation, the right word, and focus. If you are fidgety with your phone, that every time you sit and finish a set and you're looking at which game, then leave your phone, So there are always ways, but eliminate. The third point is eliminate. And remember, the less friends in your life, the less relatives, the less time goes into being distracted. In fact, I went to the extent where I deleted literally every single person from my Facebook, LinkedIn, everywhere. I didn't want anybody. Like, bugger off, man. But what is the use of keeping such a large contingency of friends and relatives and followers when all they give you is just spam or unwanted information, nothing that is going to help you? And remember, during your tough times, nobody will even pick up your phone call. So as to delete even the contacts that were there. Like, if I call up someone and he doesn't pick up my phone or doesn't help me, doesn't want to, why do I have him as a friend? So remember, elimination is the key. Less is more. Okay. Point number 4 is, if you have to change, you want to change your life, you want to change your bad habits, you want to change anything, you have to change everything. I'll repeat it again. You want to change anything? For that, you have to change everything. And I've spoken about this in my other videos. You want to lose weight? You can't just say, okay, I'm not going to eat chocolates. No. If you want to lose weight, you need to maybe have a new circle of people who are training, long distance runners, cyclists, or gym buddies. Okay. You need to remove all the chocolates, all the, temptation, chips, crisps, carbonated drinks. Take it all and throw it out or give it for free. Then, if you have any, let's say, you're subscribed to some food channels, you need to unsubscribe from them or block them out. You have friends and, groups that call you for smoking, drinking, clubs, going nightclubs, night out, where you cannot sleep on time, or, when they go to a nightclub or when they eat chips and crisps and all, you stop meeting them. So if you see, just to lose weight, you can see all the changes. And then instead of, having the routine that you used to have, you get up in the morning and you sit down and then you check your phone. You might as well get up in the morning. I bought a digital weighing scale, both for me and my wife, for us to be conscious about our weight. Every morning I get up and check my weight. In fact, my wife is now obsessed. She checks before toilet, after getting up. Why? I know it's maybe not healthy, but she's very aware what she eats. And because she always checks the weight, she knows, today, should I eat less? Should I eat more? Should I eat more salads? Can I eat noodles? Can I go for a buffet? If I go for a buffet, okay, how long should I fast after the buffet? How many days do I need to not eat? So a lot of changes are required, man. You cannot, and even the food that you eat. Before, my wife used to have a lot of carbs, a lot of processed food. Now she has a lot of salads. Me, because I love stuffing my face, I predominantly eat salads first. Then I have, protein. So, I've changed that. And I also followed intermittent fasting, which I never did. So all these things change. Even the shoes that you wear shoes, socks, the clothes, which may be slightly tight, but kind of remind you, yes, I need to lose weight. Or, people wear very loose shirts because they don't want to show that, oh, I'm gaining weight. So you have to change everything. Even the TV programs you watch. Some people love to watch. I have this bad habit. I would watch a movie and keep eating. So if the movie is 3 hours long, I'd eat for 3 hours. Why do you think they give you a bucket of popcorn, a massive, huge bucket? Because as long as the movie goes, you'll keep stuffing, So maybe you need to change the TV programs or the entertainment that you watch. Okay. So if you want to change anything, you need to change everything. And that includes maybe even your mentor, even your coach, even your office, even your colleagues. So do whatever it takes. Okay. Even simple things like instead of using the elevator, you take the stairs. Instead of being lazy on a motorbike, maybe you're taking a cycle. Okay, you get what I'm saying. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. The point number 5. Sorry, let me just give this numbers so I know which number I'm on. This one is, it's kind of silly, but I'll tell you. Whenever my clients speak to me now, they say, okay, I give them the steps, doable. Like whenever I have a coaching session, I don't give them theories. I give them practical to do things to do. And then after I gave them all those things, I ask them this question. Okay, so when will you start? If they tell me, yeah, I'm going to start from tomorrow, I tell them no. They say, okay, when should I start? I said, you start, not tomorrow. I want them to tell me, okay, I start from today. I said, no, I don't do tomorrow, I don't do today. Then when do I? I said, now, right now. I said, we finish the phone call, you start now. There's no today. Today can be after 3 hours. No, you do now. So, when you have that kind of sense of urgency, you give that action so much of importance, then the change happens. Like, let's say, for example, once again, losing weight. I speak to the guy, okay, you'll lose weight, you'll eat smart, and yeah. But then if he still has the chips and crisps and cold drinks and everything still in his house, nothing has changed. You have to make the decision now. The call is over, you take everything and you throw it out. In fact, one of my clients, I spoke to him, we are speaking on his personal branding on his birthday. He booked a session and I told him for his particular strategy, I said, make sure that you have a website with your name. And I gave him a couple of options. And he said, okay. No sooner that the call got over, he immediately sent me the link with the name that he booked on from GoDaddy. I mean, not even 5 minutes. So that showed me that this guy really wants to make the change. So start with now if you want to make the change. Okay. So point number 6. Remember, these are the points that how did I bounce back from after losing everything. Point number 6 is the people that surround us, friends, family, relatives, our colleagues, our business partners, vendors, suppliers, all these people now, even your religion, even your society, even the area where you stay, all this will influence you. If you're surrounded by average people, you will be surrounded by average minds, average habits, and your success in life will be average. If you surround yourself by peak performers, by people who believe in exceptional achievement, you will automatically want to be like that. Like, for example, my daughter, she is going to this local Thai school. She doesn't go to one of those international overpriced schools where they have horse riding, swimming, going for trekking, all expensive, very, very expensive hobbies. She goes to this local Thai school where they eat ordinary. In fact, in the international school, they give them premium gourmet kind of food where you can order. And so she eats simple food here, typical what you get, like poor children eat, rice with a little bit of this thing, which hardly costs 50 cents. Her friends play, in the grassy area or where there is sand. They just play there. And she's very happy. In fact, she even sleeps without sometimes AC, only fan. Now you'll be like, boy, you're so stingy, man. No, I'll tell you why. I don't want my daughter to be pampered with a Western lifestyle when there's no guarantee that it's going to continue. For example, if I were to die, my wife and my baby is going to go back to the village where she's from, Ubon, Rajasthani, where they eat simple food, rice, where they eat rice with curry, and it's spicy. I forgot to mention that. And they play in the sand. There's nothing expensive there. Okay. So my baby and my wife will have to start living that life again. And there is no AC there. There's only fan. In fact, I take my daughter every day to 7-Eleven and we buy something or another. It came to a part where my daughter would stop eating the chocolates that local Thai children eat, which is simple and cheap. She wanted the ones I used to eat, Kit Kat, Bounty, Toblerone, Mars, all expensive premium stuff like Haagen-Dazs ice cream because I like it. Okay, I can afford it. So if my wife would buy her the cheap chocolates, she'd no, mommy, I want that. I want M&Ms. I want Snickers. I want. So immediately I saw the red flag and I told my wife, from today, no more this. We can afford to give her, yes, but I don't want her to get used to this because when she went to the village, and that time I had a fight with my wife. You can check that video. We almost on the verge of. I was contemplating divorce because my wife did something she shouldn't have. And that is where I even told her the money that I'm sending, no more pocket money for you. Like I used to pay unlimited. She just had to give me the bill. I would pay anything and everything. I said, all that is stopping. I'll just give you basic food money. Anyway, you're in your mom's house. That's it. So she stopped going to 7-Eleven, my wife. And even if she would take her there, she couldn't afford most of the things because she didn't have a job. She was not working. And she, at this age and stage of her life, she wouldn't get any job. Or even if she got a job, it would be the lowest income. So when she took my daughter to 7-Eleven, she couldn't afford any of those premium chocolates and premium stuff. She bought her the same simple thing that other normal children would eat. And this went on for 6 months until my daughter reset her bad habits. So what am I trying to say here is, the reason I put my child to these simple schools, to these simple friends, is to get those simple habits. Because if she went to the international school, there all the kids have an iPad, they have the latest headphones, they have the latest membership to premium clubs, swimming groups. They go to watch movies. They go to very expensive high-end restaurants. Even, for example, my daughter, she loves eating McDonald's or Burger King. Sorry, Burger King with those crispy fries. That is amazing. My daughter started to get a habit of eating that, and she would always say, "I want burger. I want." I said, "No, stop. We're going to eat simple rice with simple." And can you believe my daughter loves broccoli? She loves vegetables. She loves rice. She likes simple boiled egg. My daughter actually loves these foods, which many people find it very hard for their children to love. So, the friends, the family, the circle, even your own mother, father, or your brother, sister, or, they can impact you. So choose. If they are holding you back, or they are toxic, or they are bad, get rid of them. So that is why I'm very careful who is even in my WhatsApp group, the members who are there. If anyone, even one person is toxic, that person is out, because one rotten apple can destroy all the other fruits, like one rotten. So I'm very particular about this. Number 7, I told you about elimination, right? I focused on only doing work or only doing those activities that made me immediate. The word is important. Immediate money. I stopped doing anything that would waste my time. Like, for example, someone wanted to meet up with me. Hey, Loy, let's meet up. Let's go for a cup of coffee. Let's have lunch, dinner. Okay. I would ask myself, for what? How much money am I making? I'm not making money. Okay. Then why is he calling me? He's calling me just to, have a good lunch and have a good time. Okay. Can I afford this meal? If I could afford it, no need. If it was something that I didn't have money, like I had even a client who, very lovely woman who ended up, because she opened up a business, she lost everything and she went into, she made a couple of bad decisions. Her partner cheated her. She had taken bank loans, credit cards. She ended up with a minus figure. And where she was once living like a supermodel, rich celebrity lifestyle, she got down to the part where she couldn't even afford a meal. But she couldn't tell the world, because if she did, then nobody would see her face. So it became so bad that she literally had to request her friends to give her even a bowl of rice. So there, when she got called by someone rich or famous, because they didn't know what problem she was going through. So they said, would you like to come and have food with me, or lunch or dinner at this 5-star or whichever this thing? She would say yes, only because she couldn't afford it. So if that is your situation, fine. But if you can afford the food, then don't waste the time. For me, anyone calls me, cup of coffee, I tell them I can afford it. Okay, Loy, we'll have lunch. I can afford it. Loy, we'll meet at this 5-star hotel. Boss, I can afford it. Okay. So just tell me, what do you want? And I keep it short, sweet, to the point. We can just have through the call. Even people, when I used to be in Dubai, people say, come down for a meeting. I'd calculate dressing up half an hour, driving through traffic 1 hour, finding a parking maybe 15 minutes. Again, going up to meet that guy, I have to wait half an hour, then meeting the guy 1 hour, then, going back to my car, trafficking in, 1 hour, coming back home, and then it takes another 1 hour for me to get back into the zone. So overall, I'm wasting 6 to 7 hours just to meet up with one guy. Why not just take a phone call? What do you want? That's it. So you need to respect your time, which is my next point. Time is priceless. Oh, goodness. If you have to choose between time and money, value time. I know this sounds contradictory, like I'm saying money is most important. What do I mean by time and money? Can you get back your childhood? No. Can you get back your college days? No. Can you get back 10, 20 years of your life you made wrong decisions? No. Can you earn the money you lost? Yes. So I tell people, when people ask, should I take this professional coaching? Or they ask, should I take your coaching? Or why should I take the coaching? I tell them, my coaching is expensive. But with this coaching that you pay this money, you'll save or you'll shave off 10, 20, 30 years of mistakes, waiting, and time waste. Like, for example, if I have to go buy fish, let's say fish, the market is very far, where you get all variety. It'll take me 1 hour to go, select the fish, 1 hour to come back, and then half an hour to get in the zone to do. So I wasted 1 hour, 2 hour, say 2 hours, say 3 hours just to buy the fish. And if I charge my client, say $237 for 1 hour, so I can make 1, 2, 3 hours. I can make the money, right? So might as well just pay someone a little bit extra money. You go drive, get the fish I want, call me if you have any doubts, show me on video, buy and come back. So remember, if you have to choose between time and money, choose time. And please value time as if it's your life. That's why anyone calls me for tea, coffee, lunch, meeting, whatever. To the point. And anyone says, "No, I want to chat with you like a friend, get to know you, let's gossip, let's talk, you remind me of a child." No, sorry. You pay me for my time, then we'll talk. So respect your time. Give it a number. Number 9, I can't state it enough. You have to eat, breathe, sleep, shit, fart, exist only for your goal. When I'm making this video right now, correct? I thought about it before making this video. I thought about it before I woke up. I knew I had to make this video. In the night before sleeping, as I was sleeping, I thought about it. How am I going to say? What am I going to say? And then I fell asleep. And even before that, I jotted down these points, which you see now. And this went on even before when I was in the gym. When I was doing my workout, I would think on the topic and, I got another point. I got another point. So this went on, right from the time I conceived the idea. So you see how obsessed I was about making this particular one video. So you need to do the same thing. You need to be obsessed about whatever it is that you do. So you want to lose weight? Be obsessed about weight. Eating, sleeping, thinking, talking, the YouTube videos, the podcast, the information, the articles, everything is about weight loss. That's how, from intermittent fasting, how did I come to know? From, getting back in shape, losing weight, my bariatric surgery, from getting professionals, paying them for their time, to getting mentors, to getting people who are experts in this field. Only then you'll achieve results. Yeah, that is why the people have achieved greatness, the OGs, whether it's in movies, whether it's, let's say, your favorite actor, Tom Cruise, or whether it's boxing, Floyd Mayweather, example I'm giving, or it's your favorite UFC fighter, whoever it is. Okay. All these guys, they are obsessed about their art. Only then you can achieve greatness or even improve. Others you can't. Number 10 is you must have a daily routine. For me, after I get up, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. When I'm supposed to, I'll give, for example, my current routine right now. Every couple of months, I change, modify, or improve on it. So I got up today. I got up in the morning. The first thing that I did was I knew the videos I had to make. So I just opened my eyes, looked at, okay, this is my schedule. These are the topics. Then I just quickly, as I was lying down, just saw, okay, any new headlines, anything I can make a video on, fine. Got up. After that, my wife was awake, told, please make coffee, and brushed my teeth as I was looking at my phone. And after I finished brushing my teeth, sat down here, and the phone was plonked right next to me. And I was looking to see any emails from my customers, clients. Then just to get warmed up, I read the comments, acknowledged that I read them. And slowly, as my coffee came back and I was taking the coffee in, I watched the headlines, and then I was getting warmed up to get into the zone which I'm in now. Okay. And this is my first activity for the day, where my energy is at the best, where my focus is sharp, where there's no distraction. So after I've given my A-level task, my most important task, all my energy, attention, everything, then B-level task, which may be going to the gym, which is also important, keeping fit. If I have to speak to a client, that's A-level priority. The answering any questions people send me, answering any emails, inquiries. And then after the B-level tasks are over, I come down to the final phase of the day, that is the relaxing, the letting go, the steam, just put your head down kind of thing. So I'd go for grocery shopping or evening just for a round, because sitting in the house the whole day is not good. Then I would check my video games or mobile games, sign in and get this reward and whatever. And then I would, edit the videos, because there I'm a bit relaxed. And yes, I would also plan out my food, my meal for the day. And edit video can be a B-level task, by the way, okay, because I have to upload the video. And then, after I eat my food, my energy is completely gone. I just want to relax. I'll watch a movie or, but then prepare myself for the following day. So that is my normal day-to-day routine. And if anything comes in between the routine, that I have to take my wife out or, take my kid outside or meet with my lawyer or with my accountant or go for, the major shopping. So then I plan my day accordingly. So you must have a daily routine and you need to stick to it. It need not be exotic and great. Like you need to have this tea leaf from the Brazilian forest and put 6 degrees temperature, like, Tim Ferriss or Dr. Huberman and all that. All that, advanced level stuff. If you can make it easier, it's fun. But if it's too complex, like I told you, I drink black coffee. See, this is a black coffee. It's very easy to make. My wife makes and I keep it here. If I were to give her 20 different ingredients and make it complex, maybe she wouldn't make it, or maybe I'd waste my time doing it. And even, by the way, I have from the coffee shop, Amazon, they serve ultra strong espresso, which sometimes I need if I'm not gotten proper sleep, or I have a VVIP customer, or I have a very important project. So instead of wasting my time driving all the way there to have the coffee and come back, I buy like 20, 30 shots in a flask. I keep it in the fridge. Okay, whenever I need it, I take a little bit, I keep it airtight, by the way, after cooling it down. So that works for me. So you check out what works for you. Find out and make sure that your daily routine is such a way that it helps you, enhances your peak performance. And a small little extra point I'll put here is eliminate all kind of distractions. I told you, a smartphone, no notifications, nobody can call me, my wife, children, don't disturb me. So make sure it's distraction free. Even snacks, even anything, there's nothing here. Okay. Number 11 is, it's very important to identify who's your target market. You can either be a guy who is looking for popularity, clout, and fame. I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. I have 100,000 followers on XYZ media. But what is the point if you have 100,000 followers or this thing? But people who will pay you money is only maybe one or two. Then it's stupid, right? That is why I'm not a very big fan of big numbers, big followers. It doesn't make any sense. We are just trying to fool ourselves that, oh, I have so many followers, so many subscribers, so many views. No, it's a very small percentage of it. Unless you're making like Mr. Beast, where every video has 60 million or 30 million or 10 million or 1 million views. It's and that also it's a daily grind. So for me, even if 10 people were to watch my video, and out of those 10, 8 of them are ready to pay me and book my service per hour, I easily make in 1 to 2 hours, I make for my client, my target market, what I would struggle to make in YouTube for 1 month. So what do you think is more important? What is important is paying clients, not freeloaders, not people who will kiss your ass. Sir, I'm a big fan of yours. Oh, I love your content. Oh, you're my brother. Now fuck off. Remember, it's your paying clients. Okay, that is most of the uneducated people will not know. Oh, you have so less subscribers, you have so less views. No, my target market, the paying clients, they don't spend time watching my videos. They pay me for my service, for my expertise, because they value their time. They don't want a generic YouTube video. They want customized service. So I deal with, they call it high ticket clients in the world of internet marketing, premium clients. I call them the clients who can afford my services. So focus on your target market. In your case, who's your target market? The guy who can give you a job, the guy who can give you money, the guy who can help you achieve your goal. Those are the people, not guys who give you sweet talk. I'll pray to God. Don't worry, brother. Don't lose hope. I don't want sweet talk. I'm not a baby. I don't need, oh, poor baby. No, fuck off. Can you help me? Yes or no? I keep it to the point, which I'll give you the sub point here. Make sure that you know how to ask, what to ask, the manner in asking, and who to ask. I'll make a separate video on this, the power of the questions, the power of asking. Make a separate video. Just comment down below, not just for engagement, but if you want that video so that I remember it, because sometimes I forget. I'll put it here. Wait, power of asking questions. Okay, so that I can make a video. But let me know if you want to know, how to ask the right questions. How do you pre-qualify people, which is very important with your target audience, because you can have the right person, but if you don't know how to ask, you lose the opportunity for him to help you or change your life. Okay. And by the way, with the power of asking, I was able to get in touch with Tony Robbins. I don't know if you know who that guy is. He's one of the greatest. Okay. He's the OG of self-improvement. And because I got in touch with him, he put me to his product line manager, who managed to help me when I started off my career, when I was at zero, didn't have any money. That's a story for another day. Number 12. Visibility is important. People sometimes ask me, Loy, why do you put so many videos, man? You have 9,000 videos online and so much of free content. Why you're giving so much of value? People will not pay you. No, visibility is very important. See, people tend to be visible in the right way or the wrong way. Have you noticed there are some B-level or C-level actresses or models who you never heard of them, you don't know them. How do they make themselves visible? They go braless, or they go, not wearing any undergarments. And then, there is a wardrobe malfunction. It's all planned out. Or they try to show skin as much as possible. Or people do pranks or shocking stuff online. What he said has hurt our feelings. Then they give an apology video. This is all ways and means to get attention. Like, people even fake it online. Like, they show so much of cash. They show the Lamborghini. They show the hot girls. They show the private jet which you can rent out. Why? Because they are trying to show that, look at me. Okay. So Even though that is effective, it does work, but it's only good for the short run. In the long run, if you want, you need to give substance, okay? Because people are not stupid. And even if they do get fooled by you once, they're not going to get fooled again. And that is where you will lose your reputation. I just watched The Internet Anarchist. He's a YouTuber. He put the fall of the Island Boys. These are two young men who have tattooed completely the whole body. They are hardly in their 20s, I think. And they had this cringe uh, soundtrack, like they made a song, The Island Boys. Horrible. It is like, what the hell are you singing like? And there is a market for, if you sing horribly badly, it goes viral. So they went viral with this Island Boys. And because they started making $40,000, I think, per month or per day or something, its success went to their head. And then they started doing all rubbish. Eventually, when their fame started to die out and they were no longer relevant, they created a OnlyFans account where they actually, to shock people, they started showing sexual acts between the brothers. They both are twin brothers. They were smooching and kissing each other and all that, just to get virality, just to be noticed. That backfired big time. You have so many internet personalities who are doing that, from Logan Paul to anyone else. So unless you are going to be like full time and you make a living and you have the common sense and the legal team to help you, don't get into it. Like there's this YouTuber, his name is Vitali. He is in the Philippines. He's arrested. He has, I think, an American citizen. He's from Russia. He made prank videos disrespecting the local population. This has become a trend. You go abroad and you disrespect people. Now he's going to be jailed for life. And then there's another guy, he's very cringe. His name is Johnny Somali. He's an American vlogger. Once again, all American vloggers, I don't know what they do. He went to Korea and he disrespected the people. Now he might be jailed for life. So don't do anything that gets you immediate attention, but for the wrong reasons. Get noticed or get viral, or at least be relevant by giving worthwhile content. Like I'm giving you this content, I'm not getting paid for it. Why am I doing it? One is, yes, I want to be visible. I want to be remembered. That doesn't mean of all the people who watch this video, maybe zero will pay me. It normally happens. The people who watch my videos, they don't give me a single penny. Maybe they don't even have the money, or even if they have, they choose not to spend, which is perfectly fine, because that is how the world is. You might get 1,000 people, nobody will pay you. But if it does create one customer, just one, okay, maybe not now, maybe after 2 years, fine, that's good enough. You will not believe, I get customers who somebody tell me, Loy, I've been following your content from the last 6 years, 7 years, sometimes even 11 years. And I decided, okay, I'll book your session now. So imagine it took me 11 years to convince this guy. But the beauty is, I don't go begging, oh, please, please, please. They come to me. So, and remember, you should enjoy what you do. I love what I do. See, I've spoken now for nearly 48 minutes. Unless you really believe in what you do, you can't do this. Or you lose interest, man. So the next point that I want to give you is, make sure that you get noticed by giving value. Okay, don't make it short term. Make it absolute value. The point number 13 is, like I said, people show money, they show their Lambo, they show the girls who they, get as hired models. Don't fake it online. Don't brag. Don't show off. Even if you have the money, even if you have the means, don't show off, because remember, fame will always backfire. That's why I tell people, between two things, money and power, money and fame, I prefer not being known and making a lot of money than being famous and not having money. Like I tell people, many people say, oh, he has so many followers. I tell them, do you know that there are so many, like I have clients who don't have a social media presence at all. They don't have a Facebook, they don't have Twitter, they don't have anything. They just have these fake accounts with very few followers or very few, subscribers. They just don't want to be noticed. Why? Because they know the dangers of being famous. And what happened with Elon Musk? He tried to get too famous. He just went too close to the sun with Donald Trump, and this is what happened. It backfires. Before even Donald Trump and him ended the relationship, the entire world, the entire US, they hated him because he became the face of the hate that they wanted to spew out. Everything that was wrong with what was happening. They couldn't attack Donald Trump. They attacked him. So if you get more famous, and remember, you get sick individuals. You get people who are obsessed, stalkers. You know, there are even people who can kidnap you or turn up to your house and just for a few minutes, they want to be famous. They'll attack you or do something, and then they'll claim that clout, you know. So be careful. I have many people who send me death threats, who threaten my children, my wife. Why? Because I'm known. If I was not known, nobody would have done that. So just be careful not to try to get too famous, and that also for the wrong reasons and doing the wrong things. Number 14, very important. For me to speak right now for nearly 51 minutes, I need energy. So how do I get energy? Fasting, black coffee, and because I keep myself fit in the gym. If I didn't have that, you think I would be able to do this? Even speaking like this with energy, with this thing, it has taken me, remember, I have speaking experience of 30 years. You try talking for forget 1 hour speaking. Can you talk for 5 minutes non-stop without a script? Can you? Just anything. It's a challenge. And that also, do you have the guts and the courage to upload this online and let it remain? Because remember, if you upload something that is embarrassing, it can even cost you your job. People make fun of you. People can copy your video and make it viral for all the wrong reasons. Why do you think so many people are shy and afraid to, upload anything? Who have common sense? Because if your reputation is gone, it's finished. So, in order to make the video right, you need to be alert. You need to be sharp. You need to be active. For that, you need to have energy. And for energy, you need to be in good health. And also keep this in mind, energy is a very scarce resource. In the morning, it's at its peak, then it goes down. Then in the afternoon, it goes even more down. The evening, it goes even more down. By the time it's night, it's over. That's why in the morning, maybe you'll have a lot of patience with your kid and your wife. But after the traffic jams and the people and the toxic work environment and the boss and the customers, by the time you come in the evening, you're so exhausted. So if the kid makes an stop, you'll just lose, you'll just snap. So make sure that your energy levels are protected, that you value that energy, and you use it only for your A-level tasks. So that's why when I make my videos or I speak to my clients, I do it only when I'm at my peak. And if in case, let's say I have a customer in the evening and I'm feeling down, I'll stop my activities in between. I'll take a nap. I'll rest so that when I wake up, again, reset. So make sure that your energy is very important. And for that, health is also very important. And important is make sure that you eat the right things, or if you have a habit of having something for energy which you don't need, do not take fast-acting carbohydrates or sugars, because spike up your energy and then you'll crash. By the way, I used to drink 16 to 18 Red Bulls a day once upon a time. That's crazy. With coffee, by the way. Today it's only black coffee, espresso with no sugar. I'll eat only in the evening at around maybe 6 o'clock. Today will be 9 o'clock. So my energy is still good enough. Plus I'll be going to the gym in between, plus fasting. So this takes time. It took me 3 years, yeah. Where once upon a time, by the way, FYI, I was a food addict. I couldn't stop. And this is also a side point. People eat for energy, they say, when they have so much of fat on their sides. You don't need energy. It's like watching this overweight, obese person going to McDonald's. Oh, I'm hungry. You're hungry. Why? You already have so much fat. You don't need energy. It's not hunger. It is just you've eaten the wrong stuff that has spiked your sugar, your insulin. That is why people, when they eat in the afternoon, then they end up sleepy. The food was supposed to give you energy, not make you sleepy. So you're eating something wrong. Okay, that I can make a separate video if you want. I've already made many videos about that, eating the right stuff. Number 15, very important, is I've told you, before, you need to change everything. So now here's the question. Number 15 is, what should you change? What could you change? What can't you change? What must you change? You must have answers to all this, and it should be specific. It should not be, I should stop my bad habits. Okay, what bad habit? No, I should stop eating unhealthy. Okay, what unhealthy? Oh no, I should stop eating burgers. Okay, is that only thing unhealthy? No, plus I should stop eating chocolates and chips and crisps. Okay, then how many times do you eat? What is the quantity that you eat? What is the portion? Like, how much is the breakdown between proteins and carbohydrates and fats? So when you start being specific now, it'll give you a roadmap as to what you need to do, or what instructions clear, what you need to eliminate or add more of. If you're vague, it'll not help you. So make sure that when you're talking of change now, you know exactly what to change, how much to change, when to change, even the time factor. And, that prayer of serenity, to have the courage to change the things I can, and wisdom, to know the difference. Wait, let me just give you the prayer of serenity. I keep getting confused with the prayer. Prayer of, one second, serenity. Yes, here it is. Okay, it's grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. I can't change the weather. I can't change market conditions. I can't change, the girl doesn't love me. Okay, I can't change all that. But the courage to change the things I can. Okay, can I get back in shape? Yes. Can I eliminate bad habits? Can I eliminate bad friends? Can I eliminate, the toxic people in my life? So figure out what you can change and change them. Okay, that will really help you, which is point number 15. So prayer of serenity, and also being specific with the things to change. And last, if not the least, the final point is, I know this might sound very funny for some people, but it's an important question to ask. Are you happy? See, when I try to bounce back from all the failures that I went through, it was going to be an uphill task. It was going to be a very tough, difficult road. It was not going to be easy at all. So now the question was like, okay, so I want to change, right? Yeah. I don't have money. And this is a place where, okay, I'm earning, example, say $1,000 a month, okay, or 2,000. So from 0 to 2,000, there is a step-by-step process. So will I enjoy that step-by-step process? Will I enjoy the process of losing weight? Will I enjoy the process of getting in shape? Will I enjoy the process of building my brand? Now, I know what you'll say. Loy, when you lose weight, when I'm going through a diet, I feel hungry, I'm feeling the pain, I'm feeling the hunger pangs, I'm feeling uncomfortable, I go to the gym, I'm feeling lazy, I have to push myself, and the weight is painful. Yeah, but are you enjoying the journey? See, many people want to be rich. I speak to my clients, they want to be rich, they want to achieve CEO status, they want to find true love. So are you enjoying that process? Because if you're not enjoying the process, like, you're going to be miserable. I'll give you the best example over here. Have you met people who go to the workplace, they don't like the work, they don't like their boss, they don't like their colleagues, they don't like the clients, they don't believe in the product, they don't even like waking up in the morning. They're like, they need 5 alarms to wake them up. They're that miserable. Yet, they go to work because they have to earn money. And they tell you, I don't have a choice. Yes, there are some people who don't have a choice. It's too late. But my question to them is then, is that life worth living? You're fucking miserable. I've met people who have taken it upon themselves to, build a house. Like they take a loan for 30 years, of 35 years. They build a house. and then they work the next 30, 35 years of their life in a foreign country and send money back home because it's higher currency value, so that when they are 60, they can go and stay in that house and enjoy themselves with their family. I mean, do you see the irony in that? It's like your 20s, 30s, 40s, okay, 50s, all your best years of your life, you spend struggling and suffering and being with the wrong people, the wrong crowds, the wrong environment, everything. Only during your last days, when you're going to die, now I can enjoy the reward. What if you die one day before you retire? And this has happened. People who decided to retire on the day of the retirement, because they were so overwhelmed with the sadness, they died. This has happened in Abu Dhabi, in UAE. The South Indian guy, I made a video on this. South Indian guy worked 31 or 32 years in UAE as a, low level, like I don't know, security or cleaner or whatever. And he saved money and sent it back home to retire. After 30, 32 years, he was 60. Time to retire. They'll not renew his visa. His owner of the company, the Sheikh himself, came to say goodbye. At the airport, he was so overwhelmed with this, the moment that he has to depart. At the airport, he got a cardiac arrest, he died. Now, who will enjoy all this money? His family. You think he can take it to his grave? When did he enjoy life? Never. So what is the point? I'm not saying that you need to have fun every day at the workplace. Yay, I enjoy, I love you colleagues, I love you boss, I love you this thing. There are times when things are tough for me. I get up, I'm not in a mood. Like, you must have seen that Indian video, which I made 2 videos before about, what is the name? I'll give you the exact name of the video. It is video number, this one. It's the title of the video is BJP India Comedy. It's video number 8518. Do you know that to make this video, the whole day I was struggling. I did not get into the creative zone. I didn't even know this was the video I wanted to make. I was having a creative block. They say, writer's block or whatever block that is. But I didn't give up. I went to the gym. I wrote ideas down. I went outside. I walked. I tried to take a nap. I was struggling. But in the evening, suddenly, like, ping, you get that inspiration. Finally, it came out. So it was a struggle for me. It wasn't easy, but I kept at it. So if you want to really focus on something, you need to be obsessed about it. But I wouldn't be able to do it if I didn't enjoy the process. After I made the video, the joy that I felt, oh goodness, I realized everything was worth it. So it was not a very enjoyable phase. I was feeling sleepy. I was feeling headache. I went through all that. It was not an easy thing to make the video, but I achieved it. And it was one day. In between, I had my clients. In between, I had my normal distractions, my kid, my wife, all these other activities took place. In fact, I even went with my wife and my baby. I just took them for a round. They wanted to buy the new rabbit, the rabbit from Holland with the droopy ears. I said, okay, let me just take my mind off. We'll see what happens. It's only because I enjoy this process, I do it every day. Remember, I have 9,000 videos online. You think making 9,000 videos would have been easy if I didn't enjoy the process? And I don't get any money apart from YouTube giving me $200 or $500 a month. It's nothing. You're talking of 12 to 18 hours a day. 12 to 18 hours. Let that sink in. That is how much time I put every day for my videos. If I didn't enjoy the process, I wouldn't do it. And people think it's for money and desperate. No, boss. I make my money through my clients, through being booked for one-to-one sessions. So do you enjoy the process? Do you enjoy going to the gym? Do you enjoy? Or even if you don't, even if it's painful, do you enjoy the end result? Because if you're not, then find out what makes you happy, no? For me to from losing everything, making the decision to reach a place where I was self-sufficient, not rich, not nothing, just reach there. Every day was a grind, but I had to find that happiness, that joy. And remember, it's not going to be fun, but if you do something that you believe in, a purpose, a dream, it'll be worth it. So, like this, you need to know your North Star. You need to know your end purpose. Okay. Whether you'll achieve it or not, that's secondary. But be consistent every day towards that goal. And that'll make life worth living, because you and I have only one life. We have nothing else. So I hope this video has added value, and 65 minutes are up. Like I told you, if I didn't have the health, if I didn't have the energy, if I didn't believe in what I'm saying, if I didn't love what I was doing, it's impossible to speak for 1+ hour. All right? Let me know if you're, number one, have you watched the whole video? Because it gives me great joy to know that at least somebody watched the whole video. It's going to help you. And you who watch the whole video, you will change. Your lives will change. And I genuinely want you to succeed. Okay? And yeah, so let me know your thoughts. Let me know, have you watched the whole video? And if you have any topics, any ideas for anything in the future, please type it out. I read your comments. And if you don't agree also, I read them. All right? Comment. You guys take care. This is me signing off. Ciao. And yes, I hope you achieve success. And if you're down, don't lose hope. Take care.